This is Optimal Startup Daily, episode 301, SMS-First Startups by Ryan Hoover of ryanhoover.me. And hi again, I'm your host. My name is Dan, and I'm here every single day reading to you from some of the best blogs on entrepreneurship. And today I've got a post from Ryan Hoover, which we're going to get to in just a sec. But first, is your Wi-Fi slowing down at the office or when you're working from home? Then it's time for you to upgrade your Wi-Fi. Netgear's business Wi-Fi 6 products, like their Orbi Pro Mesh systems and Wi-Fi 6 access points, represent the latest in Wi-Fi technology. They're packed with features, like the ability to easily create a separate network dedicated to your home office, or a guest network for your business's waiting room or lobby. Plus, seamless mobile management helps you keep your guests and employees connected and your data protected, providing visibility anywhere, anytime. Visit netgear.com/business and use code OPTIMAL10 at checkout to save 10%. And now let's hear from Ryan Hoover as we optimize your life. SMS-First Startups by Ryan Hoover of ryanhoover.me. I recently wrote about email-first startups and the benefits of building and launching a product on this medium. The post generated a lot of discussion as others contributed their opinions and examples of startups founded with this approach. As a follow-up, I'd like to explore SMS. The name itself sounds archaic, short messaging service, but SMS still has its place in the world. In fact, I argue that SMS is one of the most underutilized, underappreciated mediums today. SMS-first startups exhibit some of the same benefits as email-first startups. Easier to build than a complete web or mobile app using services like Twilio. Fakeable, as asynchronous communication enables creators to delay building actual functionality. Ubiquitous and accessible to anyone with a phone, even for the large population of non-smartphone users, and forces focus on a specific use case due to the medium's inherent constraints. But SMS products also have their own unique advantages, enabling startups to 1. Cut through the noise. The average smartphone user in the US has 41 apps installed. As everyone else adds to the flood of push notifications and email, SMS startups have an opportunity to directly reach their users. When a user's pocket buzzes, they respond, as SMS is largely used to communicate with close friends and family. 2. Connect more personally. The mobile phone is arguably the most personal consumer electronic device, and arguably SMS is its most intimate form of communication. SMS startups have a direct line to their users and an opportunity to build a more personal connection than other communication mediums. 3. Bypass bandwidth and latency issues. The simplicity of SMS reduces the amount of data that is sent and received, decreasing users' concerns of surpassing telecom bandwidth caps. Additionally, users don't have an expectation of immediacy, minimizing the need to build robust, responsive infrastructure. 4. Reliably identify users. Users rarely change their phone number, making it arguably the most permanent identifier available. SMS startups build a permanent connection with their users, and unlike email, phone numbers are difficult to fake, reducing fraudulent and duplicate registrations. 5. Own their network. SMS is an open protocol and doesn't rely on a single platform provider. Startups building a network using phone numbers have a direct connection to their users and social graph, reducing dependency on third-party platforms such as Facebook, which is becoming increasingly unpredictable as it bans potentially competitive applications. 6. Surprise users with rich media. Most smartphones support video and images via SMS, well, technically MMS. The web, mobile apps, and even email is full of imagery and animation that we've come to expect. However, SMS is not, as it's largely used for text messaging. SMS startups have an opportunity to delight their users with unexpected, rich media. And 7. Reach a broad audience. Nearly everyone with a phone, smartphone or not, has access and knows how to use SMS. Simplicity engenders adoption. Here are a few examples of SMS-first startups. 1. Twitter. There's a reason Twitter is limited to 140 characters per tweet. The service was born on SMS, a protocol restricted to 160 characters. The remaining characters are reserved for usernames. This limitation elegantly restricted the service to short-form messages, shaping the design of the service. Twitter arguably would not be what it is today without this constraint. 2. Cha-Cha. Users simply send a question via SMS to Cha-Cha, 242-242, and a human responds with an answer. TaCa was able to relatively quickly build and validate its offering using manual processes without investing in sophisticated natural languages processing, NLP, or other costly technical functions. 3. Dodgeball. This early location-based service enabled users to text their current location, and in return, the service would respond with nearby friends. Dodgeball cleverly used SMS to connect people together in a pre-smartphone era. 4. GroupMe. The group messaging service was born at the TechCrunch hackathon, and within 24 hours, the team built a working prototype using SMS, garnering a fair amount of positive attention that eventually led to the formation of GroupMe as we know it today. And 5. Venmo. This peer-to-peer payment service launched lean, leveraging SMS as a means to communicate and authenticate the exchange of money between friends with a simple text. For example, pay Bobby $3 for the delicious coffee. SMS certainly isn't without its own challenges. Not everyone can send and receive SMS messages free of charge. That's one of the primary drivers of the explosion of messaging apps. SMS startups have limited analytics, reducing their insight into the behavior, e.g., when did they view the message, and context, e.g., what platform are they on, of the user. Of course, the medium itself is very limiting, and while this can be a good thing, as I've argued, it also inhibits the capabilities of the product. Despite these limitations, don't discount SMS as an invalid strategy. Consider how your startup might use SMS to validate your product quickly and build something truly unique. New innovations and platforms create new possibilities, often concealing opportunities hidden within familiar technologies. As everyone looks in the other direction, consider how old technology can be used in your product. You just listened to the post titled SMS-First Startups by Ryan Hoover of ryanhoover.me. You might be thinking when it comes time to hire, if only it were possible to get a list of great candidates the moment you post a job online. Well, it is with Indeed Instant Match. The moment you post a sponsored job, you get quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Don't just hope your perfect candidate will find you. Indeed's hiring tools help you cut through the noise to hire faster and smarter. With Instant Match, 90% of employers get quality candidates from Indeed's resume database as soon as they sponsor a job post, according to Indeed data. When hiring gets hard, you need Indeed, the job site that makes hiring incredibly simple. Just attract, interview, and hire. In fact, with Indeed, you can do all of your hiring in one place, even interviewing. Join more than 3 million businesses worldwide that use Indeed to hire great talent fast. Get started right now with a $75 sponsored job credit to upgrade your job post at Indeed.com/startup. Get a $75 credit at Indeed.com/startup. Indeed.com/startup. Offer valid through September 30th. Terms and conditions apply. And thanks to Ryan, who is the founder of Product Hunt, a must-read site for those in the tech and startup industries. It's kind of like Reddit, but for new products and much more. He contributed to Nir Eyal's book, Hooked, and by the way, I will be featuring a post from Nir tomorrow. And he's an investor as well at Weekend Fund. The website is weekend.fund, where he and his partner help early-stage startups around the world with the one thing that most new businesses struggle to get: money. They provide checks for anywhere from $75,000 to $200,000 and help founders with product, community building, and more. Again, you can check all that out at weekend.fund. And Ryan is actually featured across a couple of our shows, so if you like his style and this format of blogs being narrated to you for free, check out our other shows by searching for Optimal Living Daily wherever you're hearing this. But that's going to do it for today here on Optimal Startup Daily. Hope you enjoyed this post, and thanks so much for being here. I'll see you back here tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.